Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
We are
Morning.
discussing on research on discourse analysis. Yeah, I'll show you some of my works. About discourse analysis, especially academic discourse, to give you some ideas of for your research, yeah, for your undergraduate thesis, yeah, later on. Yesterday, for those who were not following yesterday, we discussed the TOEFL, yeah, TOEFL, sekolah TOEFL, yeah, sekolah TOEFL, with Dr. Budi Waluyo from Walayla, yeah, University in Thailand. Hopefully, early next year, yeah, we may organize a TOEFL training, yeah, for you, free, yeah, for about 2 months. So if you are selected, yeah, so if this project is funded by the government, by the research center, we may organize this free TOEFL training, yeah, for about 40 students, yeah, from your class, yeah, from your year, yeah, fourth year of students from fourth year, yeah, 8 semesters. It will start about in March, yeah, for 2 months, yeah, probably, yeah. We are not sure yet. And the TOEFL training will be organized by me and Budi Waluyo through a gamified learning model. So learning TOEFL to improve your TOEFL score, yeah, for 2 months. So we will administer a pre-test of TOEFL first, and then based on the results, we will select about 40 students. If for those who are willing to participate, and that we will organize the workshop, yeah, for 2 months, and everything is free, yeah, everything will be free. The workshop is free. The teaching and learning materials are free, and including the TOEFL test, yeah, ITP TOEFL test, international one. So we will register you to international ITP test, yeah, and then we will organize it, yeah, here. I think that will be online, and it will be free too, yeah, if this project is funded by the government. So it is intended for the final year students, yeah, for you. So you are now at the 6th semester. Early next year, you will be in the 8th semester. Yeah? So there will be 112 students from the 8th semester, and then we will choose about 40 out of 112, yeah, who are willing to participate, and based on their TOEFL score, yeah, of the pre-test TOEFL score. So far, English department students alumni can get only up to 450 TOEFL score. and that is very, very low. Yeah, especially for those of you who have learned English at least for years, for 4 years at university, and of course 3 years at SMA or high schools, and 3 years at SMP. Yeah, but unfortunately, based on the data from the last 5 years, English department students can get only 450 on average. Yeah, on average. There are some students who got above 450, maybe up to 500 or over, and there are also many of them got below, yeah, below 450, and that is unfortunate. Okay, so you can participate in the training, yeah, if you are selected, and that will be for next year. Okay, now what I'm going to talk is about examples of studies on discourse analysis, especially academic discourse analysis. Yeah, just to give you some ideas of what kind of research, what kind of studies, yeah, can be done uh, for your undergraduate thesis or for your scriptsy, yeah, later, if you are interested in conducting research uh, on academic discourse analysis. There are some advantages of doing research on discourse analysis. Number one, uh, you don't need any permission. Yeah, you don't have to go to schools. You don't have to contact someone. You don't have to ask, write a letter of permission to any office, because you analyze something already available, yeah, in the internet or on print. So you don't have any, you don't need to get any permission. Yeah, because that's number one. For example, if you analyze essays, yeah, available in the internet, so you don't need any permission. Yeah, you can do it by yourself, yeah, straight away, without waiting for permission, without applying or writing a letter of permission to anybody, to any office. Okay. Second, there are plenty documents. There are plenty discourse available in the internet, yeah, such as articles. Yeah, there are plenty of them, or thesis, or dissertation, or undergraduate thesis, yeah, and so on. Essays, yeah, there are plenty of them. Yeah, so you can choose, yeah, some of them to study. Okay. Number three, you can do it at home. You don't have to go anywhere. Yeah, you don't have to go to schools. Yeah, you don't have to go to classes. Yeah, to office. Yeah, you can do it in your own place. Yeah, at your own time. Yeah, whenever you have leisure time. Yeah, whenever you have time, you can do it. Okay. Uh, if you are doing studies, if you are analyzing written discourse is fixed, is standard. Okay, like articles is already standard. Yeah? It's different from a spoken discourse. You can also analyze spoken discourse, like lectures available in YouTube's. Yeah, there are many of them available. You can analyze them. Okay. Now, I'll show you one of my latest work. Yeah, this is the article. Can you see this? My screen sharing. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So the title of this article is "Citing Others' Works." Citing, yeah, citing, how how authors cite, use references, yeah, in their articles. The title is "Citing Others' Works in Academic Texts: How Non-Native Writers of English, which is who are Indonesian, across disciplines, yeah, not only from applied linguistics, but also from other disciplines, use reporting verbs. Yeah. So how do they use reporting verbs? I'll tell you later what reporting verbs are. Yeah? And reporting signals in the research article introduction. So I only analyze research article introduction, not other section of the articles. Yeah. So the introduction is about 1/5 of the articles. Yeah, 1/5. The length of the article, the introduction is about 1,000 to 1,500 words. Okay, not very long. Okay, so I only analyze the introduction. Okay, let me show you the examples of the reporting verbs. Yeah. Okay, so reporting verbs. Okay, so this is the reporting verbs. Yeah, there are 5 groups of reporting verbs. Number 1 is argue groups. Yeah, argue. So when we cite someone in our essay, in our writing, yeah, we use a verb, yeah, which is called reporting verbs. For example, John argues that. Okay, John says that. John point out that. John write that. John infer, assert, retain, recommend, imply, and so on. So this is called argue groups. Yeah. So whether or not the authors in the articles we analyze use these words, these verbs, yeah, argue groups, and if they use, how many times? Yeah, how many times? We just count them, the frequencies of these verbs, yeah, in their research article introduction. The second group is thing groups, and the verbs are believe, yeah, expect, feel, carry, and so on. Okay, the second group is thing. Yeah, how many times do the authors use these verbs in their research article introduction? And the third group is called show groups. And the verbs are like show, demonstrate, reveals, and so on. Okay. And then the fourth group is find groups, yeah, such as the verb find, observe, discover, and suggest. The last group is add group, yeah, such as repeat, check, and so on. So these are reporting verbs, yeah, groups. Yeah, there are 5 groups of reporting verbs, yeah, and it seems to us that argue groups contains the most number of the verbs. Okay, yeah, so I just count the use of these verbs in the article introduction. Okay, the second analysis is identifying uh, the reporting signals. Okay, reporting signals is uh, such as according to, okay, according to, not verbs, yeah, but phrase like usually this is a prepositional phrase, yeah, frasa yang dimulai dengan preposition. Okay, yeah, in the view of, itu disebut dengan reporting signal, yeah, it is not reporting verbs. Okay. So I just count them, how often the authors, yeah. So this is identifying linguistic signals used. Yeah, I'll show the examples here. Yeah, there are reporting nouns, reporting adjectives, and reporting adjuncts. Yeah. So how often do they use these reporting signals? Okay, we look at the results. Yeah. Okay, here. This is the frequency of reporting verbs. Yeah. In the field of engineering and technology, yeah, you see two groups or three groups of reporting verbs are often used, like argue, show, and add. Okay, argue, show, and add. And in medicine, yeah, in medical journals, yeah, show, find, yeah, only show and find. Yeah, we didn't find, argue, think, and add. Yeah, in animal husbandry, argue, show, and add. Okay, in geography, argue, yeah, and the rest are very infrequent. In applied linguistic, yeah, argue, show, yeah, fine. Okay, so you see here, uh, if we compare the use of reporting verbs between journals in different fields, yeah, so there are differences. We look at here the total to the right, ya, sebelah kanan jumlahnya. In engineering, yeah, they use 4.8, okay, 4.8 uh, reporting verbs, yeah, 4.8 reporting verbs, yeah. But in medicine, there is only 1.8. In animal husbandry, 6.9. In geography, 2.1. And applied linguistic, 6.5. So what does it mean? Yeah. Authors in engineering, in animal husbandry, and applied linguistic use more references. Yeah. Use more references in their article introduction. Okay. Yeah. We know that the more references we cite in our articles, the better. So this shows that articles in engineering, articles in animal husbandry, yeah, and articles in applied linguistics, yeah, are better than articles in medicine and articles in geography. Okay, uh, because when we argue, we need support, justification, and one way of justifying or supporting our claim, our idea, is by using citation, by using references. Okay. Yeah. The second result is the use of reporting signals, yeah? Reporting nouns, reporting adjectives, and reporting adjuncts. Yeah? If we look at here, in applied linguistics and geography, yeah, they use more frequently, yeah, than in engineering and medicine. Okay. Uh, so, what does it mean? Yeah, what does it mean? Okay. Also, the third one is about the tenses. Yeah, you see here, the present tense is the most frequent uh, tenses used uh, in all journals. Yeah, there's 42.08, and past tense 38.46, and present perfect only 19.45. Okay, so the most frequent tenses is present tense. Yeah, so why is it? Yeah, because when we cite ideas or opinions, we use present tense. When we cite research result, we use past tense. Okay. When we refer to a group of authors, yeah, we use present perfect tense. Okay. Now, what does it mean? Yeah, we look at the discussion. Okay, the results show that the most frequently used group of RV, argue, and show group. This is probably because the verb groups of show are used to express validity. Yeah? So the verbs in the show group, yeah, to express, to state, yeah, that, or to claim the validity, effect, and sort of communication to what has been found, and to emphasize and demonstrate research finding. Yeah, this is according to Thomas. Okay. Now, again, according to Junak, yeah, writers use these two groups of RV reporting verbs when referring to research finding or similar topics. So this finding is similar to the findings of other authors, other researchers. Yeah? Okay, the second question is the use of reporting signals. Okay, reporting noun is different from reporting verb. Yeah. Okay. So this finding may imply that the Indonesian writers are more familiar with reporting nouns in academic texts, yeah, such as journal article, than reporting adjective and reporting adjunct. Yeah. So reporting noun is more popular than reporting adjectives and reporting adjunct. Okay. Here there is a example of reporting adjective, so-called, concern, while the example of reporting adjunct according to, in the words of. Okay. Okay. Now the tenses, I told you the tenses already. Okay. Similar findings were reported by Udom. The current study aimed at investigating, number one, who revealed, and so on. According to Udom, this could be because of the characteristic of literature review. So this is the characteristic of literature review. Okay, conclusion. So from the results and discussion, it can be concluded that the most frequently used groups of reporting verbs are argue and show groups. That is the most frequent use of reporting verbs. The frequent reporting signals used in the research article introduction included in the study are reporting nouns. And the most frequent tenses are present tense and past tense. So these are the three findings of this study. So this is one example of studies on discourse analysis. Okay. That is analyzing the use of reporting verbs, and reporting signals, and the tenses used by the authors when they cite, ketika mereka mengutip pendapat orang atau mengutip referensi di dalam karya ilmiahnya, dalam artikelnya. Okay, so this is the first example. I'll show you later the next examples. So now, if you have any question, you may ask me. If you have any question, you can do the same study, the same research, for your thesis, later on. Okay. Do you have any question? Is there any question? You may mute, unmute yourself, before asking question. There are 30 students, present.
Excuse
No.
me, sir.
Yes.
I
Yes.
want to ask you about reference.
Yeah.
Apakah banyak referensi dalam menulis artikel atau skripsi itu bagus, dan bagaimana cara memberi pendapat kita dari referensi yang telah kita baca, sir?
Okay. That's a good question. The more references you use, the better. But the references you use must be relevant and recent. Harus ada hubungannya dengan penelitian kita dan terbaru. Jangan yang tua-tua. Apalagi yang berbentuk artikel. Jadi kalau artikel itu usahakan 5 tahun terakhir. Kalau buku boleh lebih tua dari itu. Misalnya 10 tahun terakhir. Oke. Dan harus relevan. Jangan yang tidak relevan. Okay, so the first question. The second question, how do we use the references? Mainly, we need a reference to support our claim. Claim, claim is your idea, your point of view, your statement, usually stated at the beginning of your paragraph. Okay, because in academic writing uh, we have to convince, meyakinkan readers that what we state, what we believe, is true, and we expect that uh, uh, readers will have the same belief, the same opinions with us. So in academic writing, we have to argue, we have to support our claim, our belief, our opinion, and expect that readers have the same opinion. Although readers may have a different opinion, different view, different belief, but we are trying to convince readers that their belief, if different from our belief, their belief is not appropriate, not true. Our belief, our view is better, our view is right. Okay, so we ask them to have the same view. So this is in argument, just like in debating. In debating, we try to persuade, we try to convince our opponent, who have a different opinion with us, to move, to change their opposition, their position, their understanding, and to accept our position, our opinion. For example, uh, I I disagree with people smoking in public. I disagree. I don't like it. But my opponents, other people, may agree with it. Okay, for many reasons. I disagree because it can cause cancer, to people who don't smoke. Okay, but people who agree with it, have some other ideas, some other reason. That is because that is their right, to do whatever they like in public places. Okay, so I am trying to convince the opponent, so that later, eventually, they have the same position as I do. They also disagree, they also dislike, or hate people smoking in public. Okay, so that is in the process of debating, or in arguing, in argument. Okay, so how do we do that? First we state our claim, we address our statement, and then support, support it with reference, relevant references. Okay, so if our statement, if our claim is supported, with references, it will be stronger. It will be more convincing than if we just state our view, our opinion, without being supported with references. There are other ways of supporting our statement, such as by showing examples, by giving statistic. For example, there are many people who get lung cancer, but they don't smoke, for example. So we have to show the statistics. Okay, and this is because they are they happen to be at public places where people smoke, although they don't smoke. Okay. Now, another examples, another way of supporting our opinion, our statement is by giving example. Yeah, example of people who got lung cancer but they don't smoke. Yeah, and yet another way of supporting our claim. Yeah, referring um, to people. Yeah. To people. For example, a doctor, according to this doctor, smoking in public is more dangerous for the non-smoker than to the smoker. Because when the non-smoker inhales the smoke, yeah, they don't have filter. Yeah? They inhale the smoke in the air, yeah, the smoke from the cigarette without filter. The smoker, they also inhale the smoke from the cigarette, but they have a filter. Ya. Jadi kalau orang tidak merokok, menghirup asap, itu tidak ada filternya. Langsung dari asap rokok. Ya. Sementara orang yang merokok, menghirup udara asap rokok itu melalui filter. Okay, so therefore it is more dangerous for non-smokers to inhale the smoke from the cigarette than for the smokers themselves. Okay, so I'm trying to convince people, yeah, so that they don't like people smoking in public. Okay, is there any other question? Okay, I'll show you another examples of my study. So this is another one. So this is published in Komposisi, yeah, Komposisi journals, published in Padang, UNP. Yeah, the title is Rhetorical Structure and Linguistic Features. Yeah? Linguistic feature, rhetorical structure. So what is rhetorical structure? Rhetorical structure, yeah, is the structure. Yeah, let me show you the structure. Okay, move. Yeah. So this is the structure. We call it move. Yeah. So what is structure? Structure is sections and position. Yeah. Or parts and position. Bagian dan susunan. Itu yang disebut dengan structure. Yeah. So according to the theory, research article introduction, bagian introduction saja, itu terdiri dari 3 move. Ya. Move 1, move 2, and move 3. Susunannya begitu. Ya. Move 1, lalu move 2, lalu move 3. So this is called structure. Ya. This is in the abstract, ya, not the introduction. This is in the abstract. Di dalam abstrak itu ada, 5 move. Ya. Move 4, results and finding. Move 5, conclusion and suggestion. Jadi ini disebut dengan structure. Ada 5 move di dalam abstrak dan masing susunannya move 1, move 2, move 3, dan move 4. Move 1 itu adalah introduction, move 2 itu adalah purpose, tujuan, move 3 itu adalah method, move 4 itu result atau findings, move 5 itu conclusion atau suggestion. See, so I just calculated, okay, how many moves are found in the abstract of the article. So we took 30 abstract from IJAL. IJAL means International Journal of Applied Linguistics. So this is an international journal published in Bandung, UPI, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia Bandung. We took 30 abstract. We also took 30 abstract from TOEFL. TOEFL journal is also international journals, yeah, international reputable journals. Yeah, we also took 30 abstract. EduLink is national, yeah, national journals. Okay, we also took 30 abstract. Okay, and then we analyze. We found that, yeah, introduction move one, yeah, there are more move ones in international journal than in EduLink. EduLink is a national journal. Okay, but in almost all abstract, yeah, there is move two, aim and purpose, and also for move three, almost all, and move four, but not move five. Yeah, conclusion. Okay, there are 29 out of 30, 19 out of 30, and 19 out of 30. So EJAL articles have more conclusion or suggestion than the other two journals. Okay, so this is the finding, yeah, the frequency. Okay, we categorize the frequency, the appearance of move into two categories. Number one is conventional, yeah, because it appears only in 47 out of 90. Yeah? The total abstracts is 90. So because they appear only in 49 abstract, so we categorize this into conventional and not obligatory. Okay. The second move, the third move, and the fourth move, yeah, appear much more frequently in the three groups of abstract, and then we classify them into obligatory. Okay, while move 5, yeah, appears in 67 out of 90 abstract, yeah, and therefore we classify them into conventional. So in these three journals, three groups of articles, yeah, 90, total is 90 article abstract, yeah. Move 1 is conventional. Conventional means not a must, ya, tidak wajib. Ya. But move 2, 3, and 4 are obligatory or compulsory, wajib. Ya. And move 5 are also move 5 is also conventional, ya, tidak wajib. Okay, these are the examples. Ya. Okay, now the second analysis is the type of sentence found or used in the abstract. Yeah, active and passive. Okay, in each of the move, yeah, in introduction, in aim, in method, finding, and conclusion. So we look at here, more active sentences are used in all three journals, more active than passive. Yeah, more active than passive. Yeah, except in the method. Okay, so you can see here in EJAL journals, yeah, active is only used nine times, yeah, while passive 21. Okay, so in all articles in the three groups of in the three journals, active sentences are more frequently used than passive, except in the method move, in move 3 method. Okay, so here, yeah, in EJAL, passive is more often used, but in EduLink, yeah, active is more often used. So when comparing these three journals, yeah, EJAL, TOEFL, and EduLink, as I mentioned before, EJAL and TOEFL are international journals, while EduLink is national journals. Yeah, so international journals for move 3, they use less active. They use passive. Yeah. So what is the difference between active and passive? Yeah, when we use active, we want to state, yeah, to stress on the subject, the doer. Yeah. For example, yeah, I bought a dictionary. I focus on the subject. Now, the passive sentence is on the other way around. Yeah, we stress on this the object. A dictionary, yeah, was bought by me. Yeah, so I emphasize the dictionary. In active, I emphasize on the subject. I bought a dictionary. Okay. Now, another aims of using passive is to avoid mentioning the doer, the agent. The dictionary was already bought. Kamus itu sudah dibeli tanpa menyebutkan siapa yang membeli. Okay. In active, we cannot avoid showing the agent. Ya, pasti karena itu subject. I bought the dictionary. Tidak ada yang bisa disembunyikan di situ. Okay. In passive, kita menyembunyikan pelaku. Ya, jadi kalau pelakunya tidak terlalu penting, yang penting adalah objek, ya, yang dikenai perbuatan, ya, maka kita buat kalimat dalam bentuk pasif. Nah, jadi itu bedanya, ya. Okay, examples here. Okay, now we look at the example, ya. Data were generally mainly through garnered, ya. Data were garnered, ya, by mainly through, ya, data diperoleh melalui reflective teaching journals. Jadi oleh siapa tidak penting. Ya, jadi data diperoleh melalui reflective teaching. Ya. Jadi karena penulisnya ingin menyembunyikan pelakunya, dia buat dalam bentuk pasif. Ini juga extra number 4. 15 EFL student, ini aktif ini, ya. 15 EFL student participated in this case study. Ya. Jadi dia ingin menekankan, ya, berapa orang yang berpartisipasi. Ya. Jadi ketika kita mau menekankan pada pelaku, we write it in active. When we focus on the activities, yeah, or the object, we use passive. Yeah. The last one is also the tenses. Yeah. Okay, here present tense, yeah, is the most frequently used. Yeah, and then past tense, yeah, and then present perfect tense. So past tense is usually used for method, yeah, while present tense is used for introduction, result, objective, yeah, introduction, objective, result atau findings and conclusion. Okay, so present perfect tense is infrequently used. Okay. Okay, that complement is not very important. So what is the conclusion of this study? From the result and discussion section of this article, it can be concluded that the majority of IJAL article abstract have 5 moves. Jadi sebagian besar abstrak dari jurnal IJAL punya 5 move, ya, yang tadi, ya, introduction, purpose, method, finding, and conclusion. Okay. While the majority of EduLink article abstract have 3 moves, ya, yang ada EduLink hanya 3 move, ya, jadi berbeda. TOEFL article abstract are more similar to IJAL. Jadi abstrak dari jurnal TOEFL lebih mirip dengan IJAL, ya, karena, ya, mereka sama-sama international journals, while EduLink is a national journal. Nah, ya, jadi makanya dia berbeda. Number 2, in general, active sentences are used more dominantly than passive sentence. Jadi kalimat aktif lebih sering dipakai daripada kalimat pasif. Ya. In all move of the 3 groups of abstract. Okay. Number 3, present tense is far more frequently used in IJAL. Jadi IJAL lebih suka menggunakan present tense dan TOEFL. Ya. But past tense is more frequently used by EduLink. Ya. Jadi national journal. And finally, that complement, yeah, clause in move 4 of IJAL abstract is the most frequently used in the three groups. Okay, so these are the conclusion. Okay, so this is the second example of the study. Yeah. So if you have any question, you can ask it now. Yeah. Yeah. So please ask question if you have. Yeah, from the second example. Ya, silakan kalau ada yang mau bertanya. No question?
Sir, I have a question.
Okay, ya.
Di abstrak kan yang introduction
Hmm.
sama suggestion
Hmm.
atau conclusion tidak terlalu wajib.
Hmm.
Jadi untuk kami ke depannya membuat artikel, apakah lebih baik dilengkapi 5 move tersebut, Sir? Terima kasih.
Nah, ini kamu membuat artikel untuk diterbitkan di jurnal mana? Ya, jadi itu dilihat dulu. Ya, lihat target jurnalnya itu jurnal apa? Jurnal nasional atau jurnal internasional. Nah, kalau jurnal nasional boleh 3. Ya, 3 move saja. Ya, yaitu objective, method, dan results. Tetapi di jurnal internasional itu lebih menekankan penggunaan 5 move ya, daripada 3 move. Ya. Jadi ini tergantung, it depends on your target journals. Ya. International journals or national journals. Nah, at international journal, they prefer to have 5 moves rather than 3 moves. Mereka lebih suka 5 daripada 3. Ya. Nah, tapi untuk jurnal nasional, ya, apalagi jurnal nasional yang masih baru, masih rendah kualitasnya, ya mungkin mereka membiarkan 3. Ya. So we have to look at the examples, the examples of the abstract, ya, published in the targeted journals. Lihat dulu, ya, dia mau memakai berapa move, ya. Oke, silakan kalau masih ada. No more question?
Sir, izin bertanya.
Oke, silakan.
Kalau misalnya nanti kami berminat mau meneliti skripsinya di topik discourse, kira-kira topik yang enak diteliti dan butuh waktu berapa lama ya, Sir? Terima kasih, Sir.
Second question, ya, butuh berapa lama? It depends on how hard you work. Ya, kalau kerja tiap hari, siang malam, seminggu selesai. Ya, tapi kalau sehari dilihat, seminggu istirahat, ya mungkin 6 bulan nggak selesai. Ya, cuma bedanya, ya you can do it by yourself in your own room. Tidak tergantung pada orang lain. Ya, kalau misalnya meneliti di sekolah, misalnya penelitian eksperimen, mengamati guru mengajar atau mengamati murid belajar, ya you depend on them. Tergantung jadwal mereka. You cannot make your own schedule. Ya. Tergantung berapa kali guru mengajar, berapa kali siswa belajar. Oke, itu bedanya. Jadi yang discourse analysis ini betul-betul tergantung pada peneliti, tergantung pada mahasiswa, tidak tergantung pada orang lain. Ya. Kalau mau selesai cepat, ya kerjakan tiap hari. Ya. Karena objek yang dianalisa itu sudah ada di depan mata, sudah ada di internet, ya, sudah kita download, mungkin juga sudah di print. Ya. Jadi bisa seminggu selesai? Bisa. Setahun tidak selesai kan ada dikerja-kerjakan, bisa juga. Ya. Nah, itu yang pertama ya. Nah, tadi yang kedua apa pertanyaannya? Iya.
Tentang topik, Sir.
Topiknya ya, apa saja ya? Itu masih banyak. Ya. Sekarang ada yang sedang meneliti cohesion, penggunaan cohesive devices pada essay IELTS. Ya. Jadi peserta tes IELTS itu kan harus menulis essay. IELTS ya, you know IELTS right? Tes bahasa Inggris internasional itu seperti TOEFL ya. IELTS, TOEFL itu mirip-mirip. IELTS itu untuk Inggris dan Australia. Kalau TOEFL itu untuk Amerika, Kanada ya. Biasanya kalau orang mau melanjutkan ke studi ke luar negeri. Oke. Nah, TOEFL juga ada tes writing-nya. Tapi mungkin tidak mereka perlihatkan ya, di share di internet. Kalau IELTS di share di internet, ya, bisa kita akses. Nah, itu dia meneliti, saya lupa namanya, ya bimbingan saya, dia meneliti bagaimana penulis essay IELTS yang nilainya tinggi, ya, jadi ini yang nilai tinggi saja, menggunakan cohesive devices, ya, lexical dan grammatical. Jadi dia sudah download essay-essay itu, karena essay itu ada juga tipe-tipenya, ada tipe yang argumen, ada yang deskriptif, dan seterusnya ya. Jadi dia lihat bagaimana penggunaan cohesive devices di essay dengan tipe yang berbeda. Ya, dengan tipe yang berbeda. Nah, jadi itu yang dia teliti ya. Jadi kan bisa cepat ya, karena essay-nya sudah ada, tinggal di-download, ya, disimpan. Kalau essay-nya tidak panjang, bisa juga bisa juga di print, ya, bisa di print. Nah, lalu kita analisis kapan kita punya waktu, ya. Jadi ya begitu bisa mudah, bisa cepat. Nah, yang penting itu kita tahu dulu, ya. Cohesive devices itu yang grammatical ya, kan ada conjunction, ada ellipsis, ada substitution, apa lagi? Ya, conjunction, substitution, ellipsis, referen. Ini ada 4. Ya. Leksikal itu ada beberapa, ada 5 atau 6. Ya. Ada sinonim, ada antonim, lawan kata, ada repetition, pengulangan, lalu ada juga hyponim. Ya. Itu ada beberapa, ada 5 atau 6. Nah, kalau kita sudah paham itu, ya, dan bisa menunjukkan contohnya di dalam karangan, kita sudah bisa melihat di essay-essay itu. Nah, itu kalau mau meneliti essay. Nah, kalau mau meneliti skripsi juga banyak di internet. Ya. Misalnya skripsi abstrak saja. Ya. Abstrak dari skripsi mahasiswa Universitas Negeri Malang S1 bahasa Inggris, ya, itu ada di internet. Ya, mau dibandingkan dengan abstrak skripsi mahasiswa UNIP, bisa di-download di repository namanya. Ya. Jadi tinggal diambil. Nah, apalagi ya yang ada di internet. Ya. Jadi itu banyak banyak yang bisa diteliti ya di dalam academic discourse itu contoh-contohnya ya. Kalau artikel juga begitu ya, artikel itu banyak sekali ya, jurnal apa, kalau mau kita boleh kita deskripsi saja, mau kita komparasikan, bandingkan jurnal nasional dengan internasional misalnya ya. Penggunaan cohesive devices di abstrak jurnal nasional ya dalam bidang applied linguistik atau pengajaran bahasa Inggris, dan dalam jurnal internasional juga dalam bidang yang sama ya, we compare ya. Nah, itu bisa. Jadi banyak sekali yang bisa diteliti dan yang belum diteliti, apalagi yang berbentuk spoken discourse ya. Misalnya YouTube. Ya, di YouTube itu kan banyak video-video pengajaran bahasa Inggris. Ya, short lectures. Nah, you can analyze them. Ya, misalnya polanya, ya, the structure of the lecture, short lecture in YouTube by famous, ya, speakers misalnya, ya, dari orang-orang yang terkenal. Itu bisa. Di banyak sekali tersedia di internet. Yang penting adalah kita pikirkan manfaatnya bagi pengajaran bahasa Inggris di semua tingkat. Nah, juga contohnya yang lain seperti buku ajar, ya, buku bahasa Inggris SMP atau SMA atau untuk perguruan tinggi itu bisa menjadi objek penelitian. Nah, satu lagi untungnya ya, keuntungan dari penelitian analisis wacana, objek yang kita kaji, objek yang kita teliti ini, itu levelnya nasional minimal. Tetapi kalau kita meneliti misalnya eksperimen di sebuah sekolah di kota Bengkulu ini, itu skopnya itu lokal, ya, tidak nasional. Hanya di sekolah itu. Jadi temuannya di sekolah itu bisa tidak applicable, ya, tidak bisa diterapkan, diasumsikan juga terjadi di sekolah lain. Ya, that can be different. Ya, sekolah itu kan beda-beda. Ya, siswanya berbeda, fasilitasnya berbeda, gurunya berbeda. Ya. So, for example, if you are trying out, experimenting a particular technique, ya, in teaching English at SMA 1 in Bengkulu, and it is successful, does it mean that if you use it, the same technique in SMA 10, will be successful too? Nah, belum tentu. Belum tentu. Karena siswanya berbeda, lingkungan sekolahnya berbeda, gurunya berbeda, dan ya, mungkin fasilitasnya yang ada, ya, ruangan ber-AC dengan tidak ber-AC saja bisa membedakan. Ruangan yang bising, ya, dengan ruangan yang tenang itu bisa membedakan. Malah mengajar pagi dengan mengajar sore juga bisa membedakan hasil. Jadi it is not national. Not a scope is not national. Oke, silakan kalau ada pertanyaan yang lain. There are many possible objects, yeah, or topics, yeah, for you to choose, yeah, if you are interested in doing research about discourse analysis. Beda kalau kita meneliti spoken language, ya, karena spoken language itu ada intonasi, ya. Kalau written language tidak ada, hanya ada punctuation. Jadi kalau spoken language perlu dianalisis intonasinya juga, karena intonasi membedakan makna. Ya. Juga body language, ya, juga membedakan makna. Ya. Nah, kalau di written itu tidak ada. Ya. Written language is free from context, while spoken language depends very much on context. Oke, silakan kalau masih ada pertanyaan. Yeah. So if you are doing research on written language, you can study the structure. Strukturnya seperti apa? Apa itu structure? Bagian dan susunan. Seperti abstrak tadi, apa bagiannya? Move 1, move 2, move 3, move 4, move 5. Itu bagian. Susunannya ya 1 dulu, baru 2, baru 3, baru 4, baru 5. Apa itu move 1 itu? Introduction. Apa itu move 2? Objective. Apa itu move 3? Method. Move 4 itu finding atau result. Move 5 itu conclusion atau suggestion. Oke, silakan kalau ada yang lain yang ingin bertanya. Okay, let me show you the last example. This is from English Franca and Arbiter. Yeah, there are only this. Okay, let me show this. So this article is published in English Franca, national journals. The title of the article is Argument Strategies and Linguistic Realization. Strategi argumen. Di dalam discussion, discussion section, bagian diskusi, bagian pembahasan. Kalau tadi bagian abstrak, lalu ada di bagian introduction. Nah, kalau ini di bagian pembahasan. Bagaimana penulis berargumen di dalam bagian pembahasan artikelnya. Okay. Now, these are the research question. How is the argument strategy in the discussion section of 3 groups of journal articles? How is the citation pattern, pola pengutipan, and how is the use of tenses? Nah, jadi yang kalau nomor 2 dan nomor 3 tadi juga sudah ada. Nah, kita lihat yang nomor 1 saja. How is the argument strategy? Lalu apa itu argument strategy? Oke, ini jurnalnya ya. Local eduling again eduling was used diambil 20 artikel dari eduling, juga dari Joel dan Ijal, dia sama jurnalnya 20-20. Jadi totalnya 60. Nah, lalu yang dilihat, yang diteliti itu, nah ini strategi 1 itu interpreting the research finding, menafsirkan temuan penelitian di bagian pembahasan. Strategi 2 explaining atau elaborating research finding. Kalau yang pertama interpreting, menafsirkan, yang kedua menjelaskan, yang ketiga suggesting the possible causes, menyarankan kemungkinan penyebabnya. Yang keempat, giving an illustration, memberi ilustrasi dari temuan penelitian. Lalu yang kelima, yang terakhir, menghubungkannya, mengaitkannya dengan hasil penelitian in previous relevant studies, dari penelitian terdahulu. Jadi ada lima strategi yang mungkin dipakai oleh seorang penulis dalam bagian pembahasan, discussion. Apa yang 5 itu? Interpreting, menafsirkan hasil. Yang kedua, explaining, menjelaskan hasil. Yang ketiga, suggesting the possible causes, memberi saran penyebab, kemungkinan penyebab. Yang keempat, memberi ilustrasi, contoh. Yang kelima, menghubungkan dengan temuan orang lain. Jadi, when you write the discussion section of your thesis or your articles, you have to do these 5 things, 5 strategies. Yang pertama interpreting, menafsirkan, yang kedua menjelaskan, yang ketiga memberikan saran penyebab, yang keempat memberi ilustrasi, yang kelima adalah mengaitkannya dengan hasil penelitian terdahulu. Nah, kita lihat di sini interpreting itu hampir semua. 18 dari 20, 20 dari 20, 20 dari 20. Hampir semua menggunakannya. But explaining itu jarang. Explaining itu jarang. Kecuali di IJAL, International Journals of Applied Linguistics. Di jurnal Eduling ini jurnal nasional ya. Joel juga jurnal nasional. IJAL jurnal internasional. Di jurnal internasional, explaining itu penting. 20 dari 20. Sementara di jurnal nasional ini langka sekali. Hanya 2 dari 20. Begitu juga, nah kalau strategi 3, suggesting the possible cause, kemungkinannya, itu di jurnal Joel dan jurnal IJAL itu banyak. 16 80% dan 100%. Apa beda Joel dengan Eduling? Eduling ini waktu penelitian ini dilakukan belum terakreditasi. Sementara Joel sudah terakreditasi dengan nilai Sinta 3. Ya, artinya Joel lebih baik daripada Eduling. Ijal lebih baik daripada Joel dan Eduling. Oke. Nah, jadi strategi 3 banyak dipakai oleh Joel dan oleh Ijal. Nah, sementara strategi 4 itu hanya Ijal yang banyak menggunakan, yaitu giving illustration. Nah, sementara strategi 5 itu banyak dipakai oleh Joel dan Ijal. Ya. Nah, kalau kita totalkan ini, ya, sayang tidak ada jumlah totalnya, ini Joel, Ijal paling banyak ya, menggunakan strategi. Ini lihat ya, strategi 1 20 atau 100%, strategi 2 20 atau 100%, strategi 3 20 atau 100%, strategi 4 12 atau 60%, strategi 5 20 atau 100%. Nah, nomor 2 itu yang banyak menggunakan adalah Joel ya 100%, 10%, 80%. Nah, ini 0 ini yang strategi 4 dan terakhir 70%. Yang paling sedikit menggunakan strategi ini adalah Eduling ya. 90% di strategi 1, 10% strategi 2, 10% strategi 3, 10% strategi 4 dan 30% untuk strategi 5. Jadi kalau when we compare these three journals ya, maka international journal use these strategies more frequently than national journals. Now, between the two national journals, Joel use more frequently, more strategies than Eduling. Nah, itulah kira-kira ini contoh-contohnya ya. Nah, lalu kita lihat discussion. Ya. Almost all Agile authors use the 5 strategies, while very few Eduling authors use strategies 2, 3, 4, and 5. It implies, nah ini berimplikasi atau ini artinya all strategies are obligatory, wajib for Agile authors. While only one strategy, strategi 1 is obligatory, wajib bagi Eduling. While strategy 3 and 5 are considered conventional, ya, conventional for Joel authors. This is probably because unlike international journals, local and national journal, jadi Eduling dianggap local journal karena belum terakreditasi, sementara Joel dianggap national journal karena sudah terakreditasi. This is probably because unlike international authors, local and national journal authors in Indonesia are not aware of the importance. Mereka belum sadar, belum tahu pentingnya kelima strategi tersebut. Ya, menurut Hagin dan Hess, the authors are expected to interpret and expand on their observation in their discussion. Jadi ini diperlukan, ya, penulis itu harus menggunakan kelima-lima strategi itu, ya, barulah bagian pembahasannya dianggap bagus. Okay. Nah, kalau ini penggunaan citation style, ada yang disebut dengan integral, ada yang disebut dengan non-integral. Integral itu kalau penulis yang kita kutip, kita jadikan subjek di dalam kalimat kata. Seperti contoh tadi, ya. John state, John misalnya 2020 claims that, itu integral. Karena John yang kita kutip, kita jadikan subjek di dalam kalimat kita. Non-integral tidak kita jadikan, tidak kita sebut John itu dalam kalimat kita. Nah, misalnya ya, kalau tadi John claims that discourse analysis is an important subject for English teachers. Itu integral. Non-integral, discourse analysis is considered important for English language teachers. Kita buat dalam kurung John 2020. Ya, jadi John itu tidak menjadi bagian kalimat. dia hanya dinyatakan di dalam kurung bahwa sumber informasi itu berasal dari John. Nah, itu disebut dengan non-integral. Ya. Nah, kalau kita lihat di sini bahwa integral itu lebih sering dipakai daripada non-integral. Ya. Jadi integral lebih sering dipakai daripada non-integral. Itu pada umumnya. Nah, tetapi ya, di ijal, ya, di ijal itu agak berimbang, ya, antara integral dan non-integral. Malah lebih banyak non-integral. Ya. Lebih banyak non-integral. Ini 62% non-integral, 38% integral. Sementara di dua jurnal nasional dan lokal itu integral yang lebih banyak. Oke. Jadi ini variasi penggunaan kutipan. Di mana kita letakkan sumber kutipan itu. Di awal kalimat atau di dalam kurung ya, setelah kalimat. Nah, jadi ini berbeda. Artinya, kalau kita mau menulis artikel untuk jurnal internasional, ya maka kita harus menggunakan non-integral citation lebih sering daripada integral citation. Nah, kita lihat juga di sini jumlah citation-nya, ya, ini juga jauh berbeda. Lokal itu 48, nah nasional Jawa itu hanya 25. Ya. Internasional 183. Ya. Nah, itu tadi kita mengatakan semakin bagus artikel itu, semakin banyak referensi yang dia kutip, semakin baguslah artikel tersebut. Ini terbukti ya. Jurnal internasional, penulis di jurnal internasional menggunakan referensi jauh lebih banyak daripada penulis lokal dan nasional. Ya. Oke ya, ini tenses ya, tenses lagi muncul di sini ya, present tense juga lebih banyak daripada past tense ya, dan lebih sering daripada present perfect ya. Jadi hampir sama dengan temuan yang tadi ya. Oke, that's for the third ya, third study ya. Number 1 is about abstract, number 2 is about introduction, number 3 is about discussion. Abstrak tadi yang diteliti adalah move, introduction yang diteliti tadi apa tadi itu? Move juga dan juga tenses ya. Nah, lalu di discussion yang diteliti adalah strategi, argument strategy. Oke. Okay. Nah, you can do the same studies ya, on research article section, mungkin abstrak, misalnya ya, argumen bagaimana penulis meyakinkan pembaca di dalam abstrak ya, bahwa penelitian mereka itu penting dan menarik. Nah, gimana caranya? Ya, kita lihat saja ya, di dalam abstrak itu bagaimana dia meyakinkan. Apakah biasanya ada 4 cara. Yang pertama menyatakan bahwa penelitiannya itu penting, menarik. Ya. Jadi secara subjektif dia katakan. Yang kedua dia menyatakan bahwa penelitiannya itu populer, ya, karena banyak orang meneliti. Yang ketiga dia menyatakan bahwa penelitiannya itu baru, ya, bidang ilmu baru. Yang keempat, dia mengatakan bahwa penelitiannya itu perlu dilakukan karena ada masalah. Jadi ada 4. Ada karena penting, ya, secara praktis di lapangan. Ada karena populer, banyak orang meneliti hal yang sama. Ada karena baru, ya, karena itu bidang ilmu baru seperti penggunaan e-learning ya, atau online learning ya, karena pandemi ya. Yang terakhir karena problematik ya. 4 itu. Nah, lihatlah di abstrak itu yang mana dari yang 4 ini yang dipakai oleh penulis di abstrak artikel jurnal ya, nasional dan abstrak di artikel jurnal internasional ya. You can compare. So it's not very difficult ya, tapi perlu pemahaman sebelum mulai menganalisis. Is there any question? Silakan kalau ada yang ingin bertanya.
Saya, Sir, izin
Yap.
bertanya, Sir.
Ya, silakan.
Eh,
Elvira ya.
Ya, Sir.
Hmm.
Tadi yang Sir jelaskan itu yang mengenai discussion itu kan ada 5 strategis.
Mm-mm.
Dan dari lokal sama Joal itu termasuk rendah. Apakah itu salah satu faktor penyebabnya itu template paper pada jurnal itu juga mempengaruhi discussion section itu, Sir?
Tidak,
Terima kasih,
template-nya
Sir.
tidak sesampai sedetail itu. Ya. Template itu hanya misalnya artikel itu harus berisikan abstrak, introduction, method, result, discussion, conclusion. Ya. Nah, template berbicara abstraknya tidak boleh lebih dari 200 misalnya. Ya. Lalu apakah di bagian-bagian itu diberi angka, nomor, 1, introduction, 2, dua method apa tidak gitu. Lalu judul-judul sectionnya itu di mana diletakkan, di pinggir atau di kanan atau di tengah ya. Juga tabel ya, tabel itu di mana judulnya, di pinggir atau di tengah itu. Jadi template tidak mengatur strategi argumen. Template juga tidak mengatur cara pengutipan, tidak sampai ke situ. Template itu yang umum-umum saja. Panjang artikel minimal 6.000, nah, itu template itu. Panjang artikel paling panjang 7.000, 8.000, nah, itu template itu. Ya. Nah itu tidak sampai ke situ. Judul artikel harus kapital, nah itu template itu. Ya. Judul artikel tidak boleh lebih dari 12 kata, ya, atau 20 kata, itu template itu. Ya. Cara pengutipan harus menggunakan APA ya, atau MLA, nah itu template itu. Ya. Jadi style, lebih baik style. Ya. Jadi tidak isi dan retorika, ya, itu disebut retorika. Argumen itu retorika namanya. Move itu disebut retorika. Tidak sampai ke situ. Ya, oke, good question. Silakan.
Thank you, Sir.
Oke, silakan kalau ada yang lain. Kalau ada yang tertarik ya meneliti discourse ya dengan keuntungan yang seperti saya katakan tadi, you don't need people ya to contact, you don't have to write a letter of permission, you don't have to go anywhere, you can do it in your own room, in your own time ya. And you can do it very quickly ya if you want to work hard ya, it depends. Ya, tapi kalau kita mengobservasi guru, ya kita harus ke sekolah, minta izin dulu, minta dulu kontak dulu gurunya, mau enggak diobservasi, ya, mau eksperimen, kita punya enggak akses kepada siswa sekolah mana, minta izin dulu ke sekolahnya, ya. Ya kalau diizinkan, kalau tidak, ya cari lagi sekolah yang lain, ya. Lalu apakah siswa yang kita gunakan itu mau serius ya. Bagi kalian ini kan masih ya orang-orang muda ya, bisa saja dipermainkan oleh anak-anak SMA ya penelitian itu. Nah, gitu ya. Apalagi kalau mau meneliti di perguruan tinggi, itu akan lebih rumit lagi. Nah, yang juga agak mudah menggunakan survei, angket. Nah, ya, ini agak mudah. Tetapi kalau kita meneliti survei menggunakan angket saja tidak cukup. Itu baru satu sumber. Ya, perlu ditindaklanjuti dengan wawancara, ya, interview. Nah, interview ini perlu lagi mengontak orang. Ya, walaupun interview bisa dilakukan secara online, lewat Zoom, lewat WA, lewat telepon, ya, yang kita rekam. Silakan kalau ada yang lain yang ingin bertanya. If you have any other questions, please unmute yourself and ask question. Ada? No more questions? Nah, I have more examples of this study. Ya, you can access them. Ya, you can download ya the articles from Eric ya eric.com. Ya, saya sudah cantumkan di grup WA itu alamatnya ya, tinggal di download ya, dan lihat contoh-contoh yang mana yang kira-kira menarik bagi Anda, bagi kalian, dan mana yang kira-kira mungkin kalian lakukan. Ya. Yang paling penting di dalam penelitian analisis wacana ini ya, you have to understand ya, the example. Ambil contohnya satu, misalnya penelitian saya tadi, ambil contohnya. Do you understand it or not? If you understand it, you can do it. Ya, the same thing on a different object. Jadi kalau sudah paham dengan yang contohnya itu, ya bisa dilakukan ya, seperti orang masak saja. Ya. Ya. Kalau kira-kira paham, yakin dalam membaca buku resep, ya, resepi, ya, and then you can do it. Ya. Jadi paham dulu, jangan tidak paham lalu melakukannya. Nah, itu tidak bisa ya, akan jadi subjektif. Kalau subjektif ya datanya tidak akurat. Nah, dalam penelitian ini penelitian kualitatif ya. Penelitian kualitatif, tidak penelitian kuantitatif. Kalau survei, angket itu kuantitatif. Eksperimen itu juga kuantitatif. Ini kualitatif. Nah, penelitian kualitatif kelemahannya adalah subjektif. Ya, pengetahuan kita, pemahaman kita, keterampilan kita, pendapat kita mempengaruhi hasil analisis. Untuk mengurangi subjektivitas, maka perlu dilakukan cross check. Ya. Perlu ada independent rater namanya. Ya. Independent coder. Misalnya abstrak tadi ada 5 move. Ya, kita teliti 100 abstrak. Ya. Berapa artikel yang punya kelima-lima move-nya? Berapa yang punya hanya 4 move? Berapa yang punya hanya 3 move? Itu menurut analisa kita. Menurut orang lain belum tentu. Sehingga perlu kita ujikan, ya, perlu kita cross check, ya, bandingkan dengan hasil analisis orang lain. Itu yang disebut dengan independent coder, independent rater. Tapi mereka itu tidak perlu menganalisis 100 abstrak, cukup 20% saja, 20 saja ya, dari 100 yang kita ambil secara random. Ya, jadi tidak secara tidak sistematik, misalnya nomor 1 sampai 20, tidak. Secara random seperti lotre ya, 1 sampai 100, ambillah 20 buah, yang mana yang terambil. Ya mungkin ada yang nomor 57, ada yang nomor 3, ada nomor 100, nomor 95, nah itu random namanya. Ya. 20 saja. Nanti dibandingkan antara hasil kita dengan hasil teman itu terhadap artikel yang sama, 20 juga. Hasilnya bagaimana? Nah, artikel nomor 1, hasilnya sama. Sama, kesimpulan kita dengan kesimpulan kawan itu sama. Misalnya sama-sama 5 move, itu nilainya 1. Ya, artikel nomor 2, sama juga, 1 lagi. Seterusnya 1 lagi. Tapi ada misalnya dari 20 itu 5 artikel yang berbeda hasil kita. Kita menemukan 4, dia menemukan 5. Atau sebaliknya, kita menemukan 3, dia menemukan 4. Nah, bagi yang tidak sama itu nilainya 0. Jadi kalau sama nilainya 1, kalau berbeda nilainya 0. Jumlahkan ke bawah. Ya, 1, 1, 1. Ya, misalnya kalau 15 sama, jadi 15 nilainya. 15 ini dibagi 20. Nah, berapa? Berarti 75% sama. 25% berbeda. Nah, 75% itu sudah termasuk baik, tapi belum mencukupi. Kita harus cari minimal 80. Lalu gimana? Ya, panggil kawan itu, diskusikan. Di mana bedanya? Carilah kesepakatan supaya mencapai kesamaan agreement at least 80%. Nah, supaya tidak terjadi perbedaan-perbedaan itu, ajari dulu dia. Samakan dulu persepsi. Ya. Bagaimana menganalisis move itu? Mana move 1? Mana contohnya? Mana move 2? Mana contohnya? Mana move 3? Mana contohnya? Dan seterusnya. Supaya ketika dia menganalisis 20 abstrak yang sudah kita pilih secara random, tidak lagi terdapat perbedaan yang banyak antara peneliti dan independent coder. Nah, itu menjamin mengurangi subjektivitas. Dan itu harus disajikan di dalam bab 4 atau kalau di dalam artikel di result, ya, bagian result. Okay, is there any question? Oke, kalau tidak ada pertanyaan lagi, I think that's all for today's class. Ya, next week it will be our final class. I'll talk about chapter 6. Yeah, the second part of chapter 6, and then the weeks after next week, yeah, we will have a semester end exam. Oke, itu minggu ke-16. Ya, sekarang minggu ke-14 ya kalau tidak salah ya. Lalu minggu depan, minggu ke-15. Nah, minggu depannya lagi minggu ke-16 sekaligus UAS. Okay, is there any question about this? So your final mark will come from your present, kehadiran. Second is from your mid semester exam. Third from your assignment, dari tugas-tugas yang sudah dikumpulkan selama ini. Lalu finally from your semester end exam. Jadi dari 4 sumber nilai tersebut, lalu porsinya, bobotnya itu berbeda-beda. Dari kehadiran itu 10%, mid semester itu 30%, dari tugas itu berapa? 20%, dari UAS berapa itu? 40%. Ya, jadi 40, 20, 30, 10. Oke, ya 100%. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thank you very much for your attendance. Silakan please have the photo taken and then send it to our WhatsApp group. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Silakan diambil foto.